Hey man, so these are some basic poses, yoga poses that I do for my hips. First one's pigeon pose. So usually I go from downward dog, which is the basic yoga pose like that, and then step my left or right, doesn't matter, knee through my hands here. If you're more flexible than me, you can put your foot on more of an angle like this. If you're not, you can have it back and just adjust it. And then from there, you take a deep breath and sort of raise your chest up and look up a little bit. And then as you breathe out, fold forward over that leg. And if you're comfortable, you can lower your head down to the floor. And the goal is kind of to get, it's not the whole goal, but part of the goal can be to get this hip to touch the floor. But surfing does tighten your hips a lot, so don't worry if you can't. So you come down there, and then you just stay in that position for, I'd say, a minute or up to 3 minutes if it's still good for that. And then from there, you go from pigeon pose or peace pose, come up, come back into downward dog again. You can hold that for like 5 or 10 breaths here. And then same thing, step your other leg through and come down. So that's the first one I'd recommend, and then the next one is just a seated twist. So you just sit up straight, cross your foot over your knee, hug your knee towards your chest, and you'll feel a nice stretch through the side of your hip here. And same again, hold for like a minute, and then change sides. And then the other one, the piriformis stretch, is where you lay down on the back and you put your knees up, cross your ankle over your knee, and then you feed your hands through the middle, hold your knee, keep this foot up if you can, back flat on the floor, and hold that for about 1 to 3 minutes. And again, you'll feel it in your hip. And then change sides. And try and just breathe naturally, even though it's going to be uncomfortable. The more you can just breathe like nice and normal, relaxed. And breathe out anytime you like focus in on the tension anywhere you feel it in your hips. And just let it go on the exhalation as much as you can. And then the last, it's actually 2 other stretches I'd recommend for your hips. So you start off just pulling your knee in towards your chest with your hands around the shin. And hold that for about 5 breaths here. And then from there, put your opposite hand on the opposite knee, opposite arm out to the side, and just twist across your body. And you don't need to try and get your knee all the way down to the floor, but you just want to be able to feel a stretch through your spine or through the side of your body and your hip. And if that's quite easy for you, you can look to the opposite side that you're twisting from your knee. And just hold this for about a minute. And then change sides, so same thing again. 5 breaths here, twist across, about a minute here. And then the pose that I was recommending for after surfing, which is really good if you're tired, and I've been surfing a lot, is legs up the wall pose. So it's super simple, and I'll just show you quickly. This is what I finish with if you have the time. It's just find a bit of wall that you can go up on, or even a couch, and you're just going to get your legs, or your legs bent at the hips at about 90 degrees, and swivel your hips up. Ideally, you want to have your feet about hip distance apart, and then you can either put your hands above your head, which opens up your shoulders, helps your shoulders and chest open from paddling, or just relax your arms by your side. And then when you finish, slowly come down. Stay on your side for a little bit when you come up for like 30 seconds. But yeah, man, that's about it. This is our dog, Luna. I think you've met Luna. Yeah, you have. Alright, but yeah, I hope that helps. If you got any questions, yeah, let me know.